Alrighty, so you've got your clarinet and you're ready to put it together. Okay, so the first thing that you want to take a look at on your case is see if you can see any labels. So, for example, I've got this clarinet case, okay, and it says Yamaha on this side, but there's nothing on the other side. So that's my indicator that this Yamaha should be on the top when I open my case. And that is so when I open the lid, my instrument doesn't come tumbling out. Okay, so there's one style of case. This one here is another style, and you'll notice that, oh, it doesn't have a label, but it has this opening here, and then the other side is just flat, all plain, which is another good indicator that this should be on the bottom. Okay, and if you want on your case, you could put a little sticker on top to help you remember which should be facing up. Okay, so same thing, when I open it up, my instrument's sitting on the bottom and won't come tumbling out. Alright, so figure that out first. Just be really careful when you open your case. So, now that your instrument is safely open on your case, if you want to set it on your lap or on the floor, there are two pieces that you're going to grab first. There's the bell and the bottom joint. Okay, so the bell looks like this. Okay. And you might be thinking, okay, well, which one is the bottom joint? Because there are two long pieces in my case here. So let's just take a look at one. Okay, so this one has cork on the top and cork on the bottom. Okay, and it's maybe just a little bit shorter than this other piece that has cork just on one side. So we want this one that has cork just on one side. So you're going to grab that piece carefully from the case, find this spot on the back where there are no keys and put your palm there so that when you wrap your hand around, you're not smashing too many keys. Okay, you got a good grip on it, but you're not mashing anything down and bending anything. Take your bell that we had earlier, and all you're going to do is match these up and wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. If you have a brand new instrument or maybe one that's been recently repaired or cleaned, the cork might be a little bit bigger and it might be trickier to turn those in together. So what you can do is take a little bit of your cork grease, add that on. It might look like chapstick, it might look like a little tub, just a tiny bit on the cork, and it'll help you wiggle in those pieces easier. Okay, now let's take that other piece out that we were looking at before, the one that has cork on two sides. Now this one is a little bit more complicated. This one actually has a bridge key that hangs over here. You've got 4 keys here, and then this tiny little bridge key right here, okay? So I'm actually going to control that by pressing this key here. You'll notice I have an open hole, closed, open. So this one in the middle here, and actually this one too, moves that bridge key. So when I grip this section, I want to make sure that that is down, okay? So I can push it down with my first or second finger, wrap the rest of my palm around, okay, and so that it's open there. I'm going to get my circles lined up right away, okay? Circle, 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 circle. They should all be in line. Okay, push that key again for that bridge key to open up, and then same thing. I'm just doing little wiggles. I don't want to spin it all the way around, because if I do, then these keys might bump into these, and that's no good. So you can see I've got the bridge key all lined up with that bottom piece there. No problem. Okay, and then my next piece is the barrel. So I've got, sometimes you might have 2 in your case. You'll want to go with the one that's maybe a little bit shorter, or if they look identical, then it doesn't matter. Sometimes they just come with extras. But I just have this one. It's nice that there's no keys on it, there's no front, there's no back, so I can just put it on right on the top piece here. It does narrow at the top, so if I tried to put it on upside down, it just wouldn't fit. You just flip it upside down, and that's how you know. Okay? The last piece is the mouthpiece. Okay, it goes right at the top. Now my mouthpiece has this leather piece here called a ligature. Yours might be leather, yours might be a metal ligature. They work the same way. And so what I'm going to do is just take that piece off and set it somewhere safe so that it doesn't get bent. And then I'm just dealing with this, with the mouthpiece. There is a opening here. It's kind of hard to tell on my video, but there's an opening here, right? And I want that to go on the back of my instrument. So I know it's the back of my clarinet because there are hardly any keys. I've got a thumb rest here, and then this thumb hole and register key, okay? So then I'm going to line up that opening with the back of my clarinet, okay? Again, wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. And there we go. And then my ligature goes right on top, and we'll talk about that specific placement in the next video when we talk about putting on your reed.